Retail Arbitrage, FBA for beginners. That's what this video is about. And in it, we're going to be talking about what exactly is retail arbitrage. We're going to go over what is Amazon FBA, and I'm going to show you step by step the main reasons why it's beneficial and why you would want to consider doing it. And also what we're going to do is we're going to go over my account so that I can show you the type of revenue that I make, but not just the revenue. That's not good enough. We're going to look at the kind of numbers that I get to keep. In other words, you're going to see the type of profit that I make after all of my expenses, because it's so important for you to be able to know what to realistically expect if you're going to do Amazon yourself. And if you stick around, I actually have a treat for you. I'm going to show you where I went out yesterday and did some retail arbitrage, and you get to see me at the stores. You can see what I actually purchased, and then we're going to go over a couple of the things that I purchased so that you can see for yourself how easy it is, how possible it is for you to be doing the same thing. We're going to get into it right now. This is what to sell on Amazon. I'm Horace. Let's go. Okay, guys, retail arbitrage, FBA for beginners. Thank you for deciding to stick around. I really appreciate your time. So the first thing we're going to talk about is what is retail arbitrage. Okay, so whether you're selling on Amazon or any other platform, retail arbitrage is where you go out to retail stores and you buy products at a store like Target, like Walmart, and you typically look for sales, for closeouts, for discounts, coupons, whatever you can do to bring your costs down. But then you turn around and take the product that you bought, you take it over to a market where you know you can actually get more money. It is a viable system. It does work. And guys, you got to remember, arbitrage has been around for ages. In fact, it's been around for as long as you've had retail shopping. So don't let anybody tell you that you cannot do it, or that, it's just not a scalable business. It's not sustainable. Yes, it is. Yes, it is a little more labor intensive, but I have my own methods, and you can watch other videos where I help you to develop a strategy. If you're going to be successful in any business endeavor, it's all about going into it with a strategy. You have to know what your approach is and your business model. So let's talk about what FBA is. And one more thing before we get into that, when you talk about arbitrage, you have retail arbitrage and you have online arbitrage. So online arbitrage is where you go out online and you make your purchases online and you don't even have to leave home. What I'm talking about in this video specifically is retail arbitrage. That's where you go into a physical store, and that has its own particular set of advantages. For example, when you do retail arbitrage, you're going to have access to products that other people don't. Remember, anybody can sit at a computer and log on and have access to the same products that you have access to. But when it comes to retail stores, that's where the game changes. Even though we may all have the same Target, the same Walmart, the same Best Buy, your individual store is going to have a different inventory set, just depending on the demographics of your area. And what that does is that actually puts another degree of separation between you and the competition. And I can tell you guys that is so important, but it's going to happen, especially when you make sure that you incorporate retail arbitrage into your strategy. Now, I do online arbitrage as well because they work really well together. But in this video specifically, we're talking more about retail arbitrage, but it's basically the same concept, but physically going out to the stores. Focus on the word physical, because you got to actually spend some time doing it. So now let's talk a little bit about what FBA is. Okay, so FBA stands for fulfillment by Amazon. And if you look over my shoulder, you're looking at one of Amazon's fulfillment centers. And so what happens is when you take advantage of FBA, what you're essentially doing is you're turning around, you're sending all of your inventory into Amazon, because you have to understand, if you're going to sell on the Amazon platform, you've got to make a choice. Either you're going to ship the products to the customer yourself, okay, or you're going to let Amazon do it. So it's just that simple. If you're going to ship the product yourself, think about it. You've got to actually have the inventory on hand. You have to warehouse it, in effect, on hand. And then when Amazon's customer places an order, you will be alerted by email. Then you have to go and physically pick, pack, and ship the order. You have to deal with the tracking. You have to deal with customer service, returns, and all of that. And that can be done. Sometimes there are even greater margins, but you have to understand, on this channel, we consider ourselves working class hustlers. That means that most of us, not all, but most of us work regular jobs, and we hustle doing FBA or selling on Amazon, whether it's FBA or merchant fulfilled. And so what we need to do is we need to focus on ways to automate. We need to always be thinking about ways to leverage the power of others, whether that's software or people, so that we don't have to spend as much time actually doing the little things, because you have to understand the money is really made up here. The developing the skill, learning how to source products, that is where the skill is. And that's why, if you don't mind, I'd like to encourage you right now to subscribe to this channel, because what this channel is really about is you developing the skill of learning how to buy, the skill of learning how to make a decision, an educated guess. There are no guarantees, but when you've developed the skill and you know how to purchase, the odds are in your favor. And I'll show you later the kind of numbers that I do with my system. But here, let me show you a little something. And this is important, guys. This Amazon thing isn't that hard. I show you and I tell you that all the time. The hard part is staying consistent, putting in the actual work. But the concept, the process is really not hard at all. And you know, I don't like to make it hard. This stuff isn't hard, and there's no reason for anyone to make it hard. I want to show you just how simple it is. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to share my screen, and I just want to show you something here. Okay, so what we're looking at is right in my FBA or my Seller Central account, which is what it's called when you get into your back office where you do all of your work, listing products and so forth. And look at, all I did was type in the letters or the acronym FBA, and this came up. Now I'm going to try to zoom in on this just to show you what I'm reading here. I don't know if I can get it to work right. Let's see. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to see if you can read what is right here on Amazon. And again, I'm showing this to you just so that you can see there is absolutely nothing complicated about this. If you want to understand what's going on with this, look at, I'm right on Amazon's site in order to give you this data. We're going to look at some of the benefits of using FBA. So those benefits include free shipping on eligible orders. With FBA, your products are eligible for Amazon Prime free 2-day shipping, and all Amazon.com customers can get free shipping on eligible orders. Now, let me go on a little further with that to tell you that you have to understand, when Amazon shoppers are looking at products and anything that is available for FBA, meaning that product has been sent in, it's at Amazon's center and they're going to do all of the customer service, they actually highlight that. They put a little icon next to it so that the customer knows that that item is being shipped from Amazon. Now you have to understand, Amazon has millions and millions of Prime customers. Prime customers, if the product is FBA, Prime customers get that free 2-day shipping. And trust me, they want what they paid for. They're trying to get their money's worth, and they love having that free expedited shipping. So that actually gives you an advantage. You'll see, and you'll notice in my videos, I talk about how I can actually price higher than merchant fulfilled. Now, some of that had changed a bit during COVID, but that's going to resume. Now we move on to customer service and returns. Amazon provides customer service on your behalf and handles returns for FBA orders. That is very, very critical, guys. That's going to save you time, energy, effort, and a lot of headaches. Opportunities to reach new customers. This is one that we don't really think about a lot, but there it is. Programs such as FBA Subscribe and Save, FBA Small and Light, multi-channel fulfillment, and FBA Export can help you maximize sales and build customer loyalty. And let me talk to you a little bit about this multi-channel fulfillment. Let's say your products are sitting at Amazon in the warehouse. You might actually list that product on another platform like eBay, like Bonanza, like your own website. And when the product sells, you can go into your Amazon account and have Amazon ship that product to your customer, and it's not even an Amazon customer. I've done it. It works really well, and it's a great tool to help you build your business. Now check this one out. Tools to help you manage your business. Choose from optional services, including product preparation, labeling, and repackaging, and Amazon partner carrier options. Now, what I'm getting out of that is when you ship your products in, you're going to learn certain items require certain types of preparation. If it's a fragile item, it's going to need to be bubble wrapped. If it's a plush item, a pillow or a stuffed animal, it's going to need to be polybagged. We don't want it to get dirty, dusty, dingy from just being, and products will need to be labeled. UPC codes a lot of times are going to need to be covered. If you want, Amazon will do that for you. That way, if it's in your budget, if it works for you, and you just really want to maximize your time on the buying process, okay, acquiring inventory, you don't have to get involved in any of that, okay? Now, this actually goes on to the few steps that you take, okay, to actually get set up. It's pretty easy, but this video is not to get into all of that. But that was just a little something to show you what the benefits are. And remember, as I said earlier, the biggest benefit is that it takes time to actually package, pick, pack, and ship products into the Amazon, to ship to the customer, I should say. It takes time also to ship the products into Amazon, but you're doing that in a big bulk shipment, and then you're done. And then all the individual shipments are done by Amazon. If you follow this channel, I ship in roughly 300 products a week, and I can sell upwards 1,000 units a month. If I had to actually ship those out, it would be a nightmare. Could I do it? Yes, but it would be a nightmare. It wouldn't be a good use of my time. So I encourage you to go FBA for that reason. Now, what we're going to do is take a look at some of the numbers that I do on Amazon, and then we're going to look at how much I actually get to keep from that revenue. So let's move over to my screen here, and what we're looking at, let me put my glasses on so I can see better. We're looking at today's date, which is June the 15th, and the year is 2020. And it looks like we've sold 35 orders, but we're going to hit the refresh key just in case something else slipped in on us. And yes, it did. Now we're up to 36 orders. And so today we've sold $742 and 36 cents worth of orders. And let's take a look just to kind of give you an example. I love to give you a clear picture of how things work. So we're looking at sales for the last 15 days. And what you can see here is from June 1st. And you can see how it went down. And then it started going up. And then up. Then it dropped down on the 5th. And then up. And you see how this chart just moves around. So it's very dynamic on Amazon. And it's only fair if I'm going to talk to you about your potential and the real possibilities. I have to show you a clear picture of what's going on out here on Amazon and the way the numbers move and fluctuate. Now, if you come down and you look at my last 30 days, this would be a running day total. So we'll take today, we'll go back 30 days. And what we'll see is we had 823 units sold for $17,451.01. And then we're going to come over to another software that I use. I haven't started making videos on it yet, but I will. It's a software called InventoryLab. It's very, very important as far as I'm concerned because it really helps you to put things into perspective. So if we look at the month of May, we had a total income of $19,312.04. But of that, we really only kept roughly about $4,000 for that month. And if you look at where we are today in June, so far, you figure basically 2 weeks into it, we've had $8,627.87. But after expenses, we're looking at $1,662.21 in my pocket. And that is very, very important to let you know what you can realistically expect. Everybody will show you what they're doing in terms of revenue. But you know what? Revenue, that is not where it's at. That's not your bottom line. And the bottom line is what this is all about. That's what's making the difference. So now what we're going to do, guys, you hung around this long. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go out to the mystery van. We're going to show you me actually out in the field yesterday where I was out at a couple of stores. I was at a store in my area called Big Lots, and I was at a store you may have heard of called BJ's. Now that's a membership store. So let's kick it over there, and then we'll come back and look at some of the numbers of a couple of products that we actually sourced. I'll see you when we get back. Hey, what's going on, hustlers? It's your main man, Horace, and it is Sunday, June the 14th. The year is 2020, and I'm just out here at BJ's Wholesale. That's one of the places, sorry about that, that's one of the places that I go to all the time. And what I did was, you have to have an account, but what I did, I hope you can see that, what I did was make a list of the items. The website allows you, instead of adding the product to your cart, you can add it to your list. So then you get to name a list, and then you can add the products. And then, of course, it has a feature where you can print the list. And that's just one of the things I do to make things go a little smoother, hopefully. What would really be nice is if they put the aisle where the product was in. But I have 7, let me count that. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I have 7 products that I'm going to try and get. And then whatever else I may come across. I got a few more stores I'm going to hit. But when I come out, I'll show you what I got. And then later on, we'll get at the controls and show you how we did based on the numbers for you know what, we'll do them all. I'll just make it quick instead of yakking the way I normally do, like forever. All right, guys, I'm going to run in after I put my mask on, and then I'll see you when we get out. Okay, hustlers, so we're done shopping, and I got to tell you, we really didn't do all that well, but it's important that you see that so that you know this is life, and you're not always going to get what you came for. For example, there were 7 items on my list. I only got 2 items. I was only able to find 2 items on that list, but without trying to be too crazy with this camera on you, you guys know I'm terrible with it. We're going to look at some of the things I did find real quick. So I found some Starbucks coffee. I found these mixed peaches from Del Monte. I got some gluten-free flour. Some of you who follow me may remember these things right here. You remember these? We did well on those. And then there was some, oh, well, this is 10 pounds worth of flour right here. That's another flour. That's about all we got. There was a little something for me, but we're going to move on to the next store and keep it moving. I think we're going to go to the main store we're going to hit up is Ollie's. Depending on how I feel, I got to check my sugar. I may stop at Big Lots, so we'll see how that goes. Talk to you later. Okay guys, I'm back. Did another stop at Big Lots. So we're going to take a quick look at the things that I got here. We got some Java Time coffee. This was a good deal on this. These mega packs of Nature Valley. These were good too. Limited edition Pop-Tarts. And then finally, if you follow me, you know these Javalias, these are good. If you can ever find those are good. Spent a little bit more time in there than I wanted to, but I tell you what, I'm gonna go on to my next stop, which will be Ollie's. And check this out, guys. I'm gonna show you guys. Lately, I've been talking about this software that I use called, what's it called? InventoryLab. And I'm gonna show you how that software, one of the things it does is really streamline everything you're doing. Even from the time that you're shopping, imagine not having to get all this stuff home, remember what you paid for it, remember what you're listing it for, going out one by one. You got to think about automating, guys. This is going to be exciting. Wait until I show you how to do that. So keep that on the back burner. We're going to go to Ollie's. Just remember, we're going to show you later in the video. So hang with me, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Automating what you do using InventoryLab. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that sky. They're closed. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that. And again, I do that as far as showing you myself out in the field because I want you to get a realistic idea of what it's about. And as you can see, guys, there is nothing hard about it. It's actually fun. I enjoy doing it, but I want you to have a realistic, real picture and view of what's going on. I'm not some guru. I'm just a regular working class hustler just like you. And the only thing is I'm here to help you. So now what we're going to do is we're going to look at a couple of products that we actually sourced. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over, if I could show you my screen again. I'm going to come over to a software that I talk a lot about, and it's called Tactical Arbitrage. And we're not going to get deep into that. Remember guys, what you want to do is hang out on this channel, binge watch, because we got a whole series on how to use this software. This video is not for that. This is just to kind of show you an overview and the potential so that you can really get excited and get ready to get going. So you saw me out in the mystery van, and I showed you some coffee, Starbucks coffee that I found at BJ's. Now there's a process that I use when I'm doing that. Now, in case you didn't know, you can actually use an app on your phone, And if I can show it to you here, hold on a second. Let me take, the screen is a little bright, but here's what it looks like. When you scan a product, you actually scan the barcode, and then you could see that product and you can make certain evaluations. And I have videos that show you the process of how to pick a product. So I'm not going to go into it, but you're going to see me doing a lot of those steps right now. So here's what we're looking at. In this software, it has a lot of data. So I can see how many other people are selling this product on Amazon. That gives me an idea of where I might want to price the product. Now, these are all merchant fulfilled. That's what the MF stands for. And let me show you my screen here. So these are the three people. Sorry about that. These are the three people that are selling that product. I'll move my big head out of the way for just a second so that you can see better. So these are the three people that are selling. These are all merchant fulfilled. That's what the MF stands for. We can even see how many they have in stock. So that gives us an idea. But there are no FBAs, and we're going to do an FBA. So that would give us an advantage over these people. Remember what we talked about earlier. If you're FBA and you got a customer that has Amazon Prime, they're going to pick you because then they're going to get what they paid for, that expedited 2-day shipping. Now, here I can see, I can get the breakdown if I wanted to, so I can see what the fees are going to be and stuff like that. But depending on how I price, if I price with this guy and this guy, I'm going to make somewhere around $5.93. Now that's not accurate because this isn't taking into account what it's going to cost me to ship the inventory into Amazon. But we'll get a little bit deeper into that if I price it where this guy's at, which is more likely where I would price it. I could even price it above him, but I would probably price right where he is and get somewhere around 43.7, 44% return on investment. Now, stick with me on this one, because now what we're going to do, we're going to come over to another software that I use called InventoryLab, and same thing. I'm just using tools to figure out, what my potential profit's going to be. So if the list price is $36.99, here you can see what my expenses would be, and here you would see what my profit is. And so my return on investment would be somewhere around 37%. I'm okay. My business model says 20% or higher, and I'm okay. And there are even cases where I might go below that. It just depends. In a case where I'm doing an entire haul at a store, I may go ahead and throw in some products that don't quite meet 20%. But as a rule, I try to go around 20%, and I usually end up around 30 to 35% return on investment. And so this gives you a clear view on what you can expect and what you can do. Let's see, right from here we could get a look. Hopefully, Amazon's been acting a little weird here tonight. I don't know why. They do their updates whenever, so sometimes it can get a little weird. I can't see the product on Amazon. I wanted to show you the product on Amazon's website. Sometimes that can be a little weird, but we'll see if we can get that to load. We may not be able to get it to load because I think they're going through an update right now. But if we move on to the other product, and by the way, I meant to show you, just so that you can see, this is the product that I bought at BJ's. And then here's a product that I got at Big Lots. And you can see the price I paid for that, $5, 36 bars. And we're going to look at the numbers on that one now. You see, did we ever get that coffee to show up? No, we didn't. So again, we're looking at, you got two sellers out here. We can see the prices that they have it at. Now this one is fulfillment by Amazon. I can't see how much stock he has right now. That could be a situation where, I don't know, at the moment, I think Amazon's going through an update, so they're not showing the stock. But typically, you can see the stock count like we saw on the other one. And don't forget, when you're looking, you can see the estimated monthly sales if you use this software. If not, you use the product rank that would show you and give you an estimate, a way to kind of estimate the kind of money, or the kind of number of units, I should say, that you would sell. Like in this case, you estimating 155 units being sold per month, and you only got 2 people selling it. So there's plenty of room for you to jump in there. And the only thing I'm doing is figuring out the kind of profit I'm making and the return on investment. And again, I would use Jungle Scout. I'd probably list it at $24.97. I probably picked that because that's where this guy is. It's not showing his stock, but whatever the stock was, it made me think I'll just jump in where he is at. And here you can see with my expenses and my profit, I'm going to get about almost 200% return on investment. That's almost double what I paid. And same thing, I don't think, for whatever reason, it's not showing the product right now on Amazon's website, but that's okay. It's late at night, so they're doing their updates or whatever. So, okay. All right, there it is. Now you can see it actually on Amazon. You've got 4 sellers, and like I said, it's acting a little weird right now, but here's the product, and you can kind of see it out there a little bit, what it looks like. If you wanted to use the keeper chart, there it is. You can see where it's been holding lately, kind of give you an idea. But if you went and used the software, you can see where the average price is over a 90-day period. And then the same thing, we might be able to get these granola bars to load. There they are. I really wanted to get you guys to let you see the product on the site. For whatever reason, it's just acting weird tonight. I think Amazon's updating some things, but there they are. And so here, what we're doing is the same thing. We're looking in tactical arbitrage, and here I can see the average 90-day rank, the average price over the last 3 months as well. These are the types of things that I show in other videos to show you how to make your evaluations. And with that information, and plus looking at the other 2 people that are selling, I would probably jump in right with this guy. I can't see the stock right now because, like I said, Amazon, I think they're going through an update right now because it's late, so it's not showing the stock. But when I saw it, whatever it was, it made me decide to jump in right with this guy, which will probably give me right around 200%. Not quite. In fact, if we go into InventoryLab, that's taking into account what it cost us to get the inventory in. And so here you can see the expenses, you can see the profit. Here would be the list price. And so, and see over here, you can see all your estimated fees, and you're going to get just about 200%. So you're right around double what you paid, what you invested in. Those are the kind of numbers you're only going to get when you're doing arbitrage. And that's another reason why you would want to have to be doing arbitrage, is because the margins are exceptional. But again, it's not just about doing arbitrage. It's about having the right strategy, the right plan, and the right mindset. I have another video. Matter of fact, we just did a video last week about that. So you'll want to watch that. We upload every Thursday, Friday, and then we go live on Saturdays. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the thumbs up if you got value out of this video. That helps us out. It helps the channel with the algorithms, and it helps us to get this information out to other people. So please hit the thumbs up if you did get value out of the video. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification so that you can be notified when we come out with more data. And remember, as I was saying, you need to know what to expect. You're not subscribing just to subscribe. You're subscribing so that you can learn, you can study and learn a skill. Okay. Down in the description is my phone number. Jim is my producer. He's probably going to put the number across the screen. You're welcome to text the words "working class hustler" to me, and I will respond to you asking you your name so that I can add you to my contacts. I'll text back that we're officially connected, and then from there you can do what everybody does. They text me, they ask me questions, and they get help. I'm here for that. Okay, so join the Working Class Hustler family, and together we can make this happen. So there's really nothing to it, guys. Remember, we're in this together. We can do it. Make sure you subscribe, watch the next video, and I'll see you there. See you guys.
Oh, yes.